The journey of this buck starts long ago, as a child. Growing up with parents from England, I was not surrounded by the normal hunting tradition from the Northeast. But as I grew up and was raised in New Hampshire, I was able to have an abundance of opportunities to enjoy God's creation in the wilderness. My first love was fishing. Then that led me to my hunting journey where I am today. This buck is giant. I'm looking everywhere for this deer.
Deer do not get this big. That might be a boom.
He's coming. I have so much respect for a deer like this. Hundreds of hours leading.
You think he was that big in your backyard?
The chase. I just love the chase. What is better than this? Man, where to begin on this buck? It's honestly a miracle. If you were to ask me that I would have harvested 2 bucks over 140 inches in New England in a season, and almost 4 Pope and Youngs with a bow, I would have laughed at you. I thought that I would probably I knew I could get some good bucks probably around this size, like 115 inches. But I never in a million years thought that I'd be able to harvest moose. This buck first, 140 inch plus non-typical buck. I didn't think that would ever be possible. And then after putting all my time into him, I had previous knowledge of a big buck by going and glassing fields. And the first thing you noticed about this buck in the summertime was just the amount of tine length. There's a couple of fields in this suburban area. They're all private. Nobody can hunt them because they have people that hunt them already. They have hunting blinds out on all the field edges. And I was like, well, there's people hunting there. I'm just not even going to waste my time because I doubt during the hunting season they'll even come out into that field. And I had glassed it, and I had never seen any deer during the hunting season before. So with that, I just tried to avoid the hunting pressure and try to get to places where other people can't or won't. The town that I got this in, you can't even hunt the town land. It's very strict. So I got a couple spots during this season, and I was looking for another buck that was it was a 11 pointer. It had a 10-point typical frame, probably 160 inch frame, and then it had about an inch drop tine. So that was the buck that I was looking for, that I had past knowledge of. And when I saw this buck, I thought it possibly was the same one. Fast forward, I put out trail cameras, knocked on doors, got permission, never found this deer again. He just disappeared, as New England deer tend to do. People that aren't from New England, and people that are from New England know how hard it is to find a deer over 125 inches, 130 inches is a buck of a lifetime or an amazing buck. But to see a deer like this, it just took over my passion. I was just like, okay, I'm in full drive. I want to hunt just this deer. And I talked to a couple people, and they're like, don't just rely on that one deer. It's going to be really hard to find him. And I was like, okay. So I kind of gave up, and I decided to do the rest of my slam, and pretty much was like, oh, this is the best season I'll ever have, and I don't even know if I'll go film my mass tag. But Eric Poirier from Bow Hunt Mass was like, dude, you just gotta ride the wave, don't worry about getting a big boy job, basically just put all your effort into the season, you still have another tag. So I was like, okay, I'll do that, and literally not a week from getting this big buck in New Hampshire, craziest story unveiled, this buck. I'll give you a glimpse of him. Alrighty, it's 5:19. We're going out to Massachusetts for my last buck tag. It is freaking cold. It's 15 degrees right now outside. So it's a wee bit chilly, but it's like a 15 degree plus temp drop, so the deer should be moving, especially the big bucks. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of pumped. I have a cell cam with me to put out on this new property. And yeah, we'll just see what comes our way. See you guys. Before the sun could shine on the frozen grass, I hear movement and see chasing. And then I witness one of the craziest things while hunting. And then I'm driving home, and by the grace of God, I look over in this basically backyard, and I see this buck. And I'll play the film of that, and I just absolutely lost my mind. There he is. Right in the driveway, but it ran to a place where I don't have permission. So that absolutely hurts. That's one of the toughest things I've ever had, is to have a booner and not be able to hunt it. That's so frustrating. Words can't describe like how big that deer was. He's all of 160 inches minimum. And he's probably gonna get shot today if he's that locked onto a doe. But man, that just blows. After finding this buck in this yard, I literally chased him around the neighborhood. I drove to the other side to a cul-de-sac, and I filmed him for probably 15 minutes. And then I'm like, I need to stop filming him, I need to go hunt. So I went to this driveway that I had permission, but he was in the front yard, so I couldn't sneak up on him or shoot him or anything because it wasn't far enough from the other houses to be that 500-foot rule. So what I did was I literally knocked like 37 doors, got like 7 permission spots, and I saw where the buck had bedded down with the doe, or the area that they went to, and I'm like, well, they're not going to move for at least 6 hours.
Do you use them as food, or?
Yeah, I eat everything, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you live?
No, I don't. No, I live in
Yeah, I know. And do the guys on they
on the left side, I have some permission.
you have permission?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of just trying to get a ton of different people, so it's not like a shock to anyone. So I like to meet people, so I'm not trespassing or anything.
Yeah.
Nobody likes people just walking in their yard, so
Right.
I always like to ask. So.
Right. No, that's good. That's good.
I'm an Eagle Scout, so I try to be like letter of the law, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so your like name or
Kyle, K-Y-L-E.
if this works here. Okay, great. Well, going back and forth about it, you know, it's like
I love watching the deer too. I don't shoot does or fawns because I love watching them.
There's so many deer.
Yeah.
But you know, there are a lot of people too. So.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
Well, the person, he's in their yard right now, and I just got permission from them, so fingers crossed. I'm not gonna be able to get it on film, but she asked for photos of the deer, and she's from Vermont, so she's okay with hunting. So we're gonna see what happens. During the rut, bucks will push does to places where you'll never see deer ever before. In this case, they tend to bed them up against swamps in between these neighborhoods. Okay, the question is, do I push in and be aggressive, or do I stay back and be passive? This is a random example of what he did. There's a fine line, because they're not going anywhere. They're within 100 yards, but there's nothing I can do legally. I'm at the tipping point of where I can't go. They're coming this way. I can hear him grunting. At this point, I can hear him pushing her around, but they weren't coming any closer. So I decided that I was going to move about 40 feet into the mountain laurel. My heart's beating out of my chest. I smoked him. Oh my gosh. I just got out of the woods, shot him. I ripped off my clothes. Oh my gosh, this is the biggest buck of my life. I really hope I hit him well. Bucks don't get that big. I don't know what to do. I'm wearing like Adidas shirt under my scent lock. Oh my gosh. Blood. He's so big. My mom was literally just texting me, be patient, you'll get him. And I was in between 3 down logs, and the doe went past me, and then the buck came trotting, and I was like, meh, meh, meh. Boom! I am gonna do an interview with the landowners, but oh my gosh. I've never had someone, their son's probably like 25, and he comes out, and he's like, did you get him? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, F yeah, let's go, bro, that's the biggest deer ever. So he started freaking out, so I'm gonna get an interview when we go back with Connor to put him in his truck bed, because it won't fit. It's like almost 200 pounds probably. But the kid's reaction was priceless, because he's not a hunter. So like to see him get that pumped just made it even cooler. it's my biggest year ever, so it's it's unreal. That's why you pass a 138 point this morning. Everybody said I was crazy. I thought I was crazy because I'd never done that, but unbelievable. What's up, buddy?
Oh my god. Nice. Hello.
Look at that. Freaking huge, dude.
Oh my god.
Think he was that big in your backyard?
No, I did not think he was that big. Holy
Yeah, he's...
Any idea how much he weighs?
I'm guessing like 185, 190.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's the biggest buck of my life.
Holy This is crazy. And how are you tracking him for these guys?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
There's actually a couple like really big ones, like even just down the road, like by the horse.
Oh yeah,
by
them.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I gotta take a picture.
How's it going?
Good. Wow, he's a big guy.
Yeah. I got some video that I can send you of him, some more stuff.
That would be perfect. This is crazy. I have plenty of pictures of him alive. He was 2 days ago. He was literally right outside my bedroom.
Oh, really?
Like, face in the window.
Do you mind sending those to me? I'd love to see that. That'd be
I
cool.
have a few of them.
Yeah, he was. He already bred the doe, which was cool. So he passed on his genetics.
Yeah, there you go. He did good there. This is crazy.
I'm just in awe of him. He's just crazy.
Now, do you get to keep him?
Yeah.
So are you gonna? Do you bring him somewhere to have him processed, or?
No, so I do all the butchering myself. My parents are from England, so I didn't grow up hunting.
Okay.
So I just learned off YouTube videos and all that sort of stuff.
Oh my god.
So.
Awesome. You're gonna eat everything?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So.
And you keep the antlers?
Yeah. So. Yep. Those are
Nice little trophy.
Those are a nice little trophy, and then you get all the meat with it too. So you get jerky, and
God.
it's just as good as steak. The back straps off venison is just amazing. I trick my sister-in-laws and tell them it's filet mignon.
Yeah, there you go.
And cook it up for them. Then once they find out, they're like, "Oh, it's so good!" And then I tell them it's venison. They're like, "Ew."
Perfect. Amazing.
So do you have to tell, or how does that work?
So I checked him in already. So you have an online registration. So you just say the town that he was in, the unit. So this is Unit 10, and you just report him. It's all online. It used to be check stations, but Mass is all online now. So
Yeah. This is crazy.
my buddy Connor has a truck. My Corolla could not fit him.
Yeah,
So-
I was
Well, you know
wondering.
what?
I saw the Corolla and I'm like, I don't think it could do it. I don't know though. I don't know how good the suspension is on those.
I fit a good one in there a couple weeks ago, but yeah, it wasn't this big.
No.
I think I'd tear
So
a
how
hole
many?
in it.
Do you have a limit on how many you can do?
Oh yeah, this is my second one, so I'm done. But
Well, that's not a bad way to end.
no, I couldn't be happier. It's
A lot of meat.
yeah, it's
So where did you shoot him? I can see obviously there's
Right behind,
so
right behind the
shoulder.
shoulder.
good nice.
So do you have to like you fell him with the arrow and then you shoot him, or because are you allowed to? I mean, I'm just curious. I just
They die really easy with the arrows. Actually, it's kind of interesting. Like our bodies, if you want to get into the science of it. I'm just glad he didn't run into someone's front yard or something. But
Yeah.
I always
well, I
worry
was gonna
about
say
that.
at least
but-
they're transporting in the dark.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm sure the neighbors would love to see
No,
this in my
yeah.
yard.
They're gonna wonder where he went. Don't worry about it. Just in my belly. But yeah,
Congrats.
I really appreciate
I
it,
saw
guys.
him
like this is
for the last week, and I was like, man, if I knew someone who hunted, I'd tell him.
Really?
But I didn't know
Well, I
anyone.
didn't think he could hunt
And I wasn't sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
around here.
Yeah. Yep. You gotta go close to the rules and make sure you follow it and ask permission, which most people don't want to knock on a stranger's door.
Yeah.
And in this fact, you guys were outside, so it made it a little bit easier. But
I don't care. It's great.
Yeah.
hunting is like got me through a lot of things in my life, so I really appreciate you guys helping me out. Like
I don't have any objections to it. Only that I just don't want to be like on the news.
Yeah.
with my
No,
neighbors.
yeah. Nope, it's legally harvested deer, so you're totally fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
I couldn't thank you guys enough. I
I don't
really
know.
appreciate
I'm glad
it.
you got him. I'm glad he'll go to good use. And I mean, there are so many deer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw.
I never see these guys with the antlers. I usually just
Yeah, it's just because it's the rut, so they're just dumb right now, kind of running around where the
Looking
does
for the
are.
girls.
Yeah, exactly. Just like us humans,
Just-
they get horny and
just
dumb.
gonna
So
say
Yeah,
that,
there you go.
But I didn't say it.
that's what killed them.
It's so funny. It was funny this morning. He was in the outback woods, and I saw him,
yeah.
and he was just chilling. And I was just like, wow, that's just
Even if it's only 20 pounds different, it's usually
He's got a big gash
fat or
on him
testosterone.
from fighting.
Yeah. So I filmed one this morning that was missing like half his neck hair from fighting. So they're just going crazy right now.
these guys, the males fighting each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was 3 fighting this morning down the road. It's just really cool to see. I mean, we live in Mass, so it's not like you get to see crazy amount of wildlife that these guys run around.
I see this.
I haven't even taken photos. I wanted to show you guys first.
I kind of want one. You do yours.
You want
If
to
you
take
don't
a
mind,
pic?
I want to hold the head. My friends,
Pose in front of that, bro.
my friends couldn't believe.
Put that on your Tinder profile.
That always attracts the ladies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can get up on his bed.
That'll they'll just swipe to the left. They'll be like, nope, next time.
A puppy up.
Oh my god.
It's a little stiff.
He is a little stiff.
Hold on, I'm gonna get another one.
It's better than him getting hit by a car.
Oh, yeah, that happens all the time.
Good job, bud. feel weird petting him.
Well,
Yeah, it gives respect to him.
And he's
like,
probably what? How old do you think he is?
8 or 9.
He's 8 or 9.
Oh, okay, so
He's been through
is
it.
there a rule how old they have to be before you can hunt them, or size-wise?
Just antlers have to be 3 inches. So it worked, but I really appreciate it.
Congrats.
Have a good rest of your night.
What we do, brother? What do we do? What's on the bed of the truck?
A toad.
A freaking toad.
Kind of insane.
Absolute donkey.
Headed to Connors. I spent a really tender moment with my dad. He knows how much time I put into deer hunting, and it consumes my life, my every thought. And I held out and I asked permission. I got the knocking of the doors, and I can't believe it all happened. And the people were just so happy for me, and it's rare that you get to meet people like that. And we're gonna give them some jerky and some food, and just unbelievable. Are you taking a video?
Yeah.
No, gosh dang it.
Dude, that's a freaking tank!
Finally home. Oh man, what a day. That was the best day of hunting I've ever had in my life. Passed 2 deer that were over 120 inches, and then, well, one of them I couldn't even shoot if I wanted to. And then I killed the biggest buck of my life. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting this, because I'll never kill a buck bigger than that in New England, but just found the hot doe and got lucky. Well, the day came where it happened. Mass just produces a couple rare genetic freaks. This buck's 8 or 9 years old, and he's just a tank. Like, the time length is absolutely incredible. The whole story of this, I kind of explained it all, but I passed 2 big deer on this private spot that I had. It was about 1.5 acres to 2 acres down the street, and I got permission from 3 different people to be able to hunt there in a place where there's a lot of rules and restrictions in Mass. And then I got this spot because I was driving down the road and I saw him. I haven't seen this buck in 2 or 3 months. He was just a huge typical 10 point that I saw 1 or 2 times. I didn't even get footage of him. I saw him in person though this summer when I was driving around checking fields, and I had lost him. I kind of gave up hope. I thought he died or someone shot him. I kept checking bow hunt Mass like every week to see if anybody shot him, but luckily he didn't. And I was driving by this lady's yard that I always hunt, and he was there, and I knew we were getting snow today. So I was like, I don't have much time before he's probably going to leave her after 24 to 48 hours. So I went back and I knocked about like 25 doors to try to get permission. So I went in there and the guy's filming me from his inside of his house. He's 25. He's like got me on Snapchat sitting next to a tree while I'm crawling with my bow, sliding, because he was like, there was no sound. You'll see that on the video. Like when I'm making the stalk, there's like zero sound. Every sound I made was like the leaves. So they saw me for a while, but and he had been bedded there for 2 days, which means he wouldn't have been there with the doe today if he was there on lockdown for 2 days already. So it was just very lucky that I saw him and found him again, and to be able to put a stalk on him. And then I sat between 4 different down logs, or 3 different down logs, waited for 2 airplanes to go overhead, and then I made probably a 30-foot adjustment towards the swamp where there was 3 more down logs, and I was like, okay, this is as far as I'm getting, because I can hear him running around like tending grunts, and he's pushing her up through the thickest stuff, like nothing I could shoot with a bow and arrow. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, and I tried to do some calling. He didn't respond. He snort wheezed at me, which is one of the coolest things ever. Just let her like super loud, and the dogs are barking in the neighborhood, like down the street, and I'm like, maybe they ran off. And then I see the doe start trotting towards me, so I hide under the log, and then you can see his antlers from a mile away. They're just glowing, and I just pull back my bow, and he comes to 15 yards. I'm like, meh, 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 and he's right behind a thick tree, and he puts his front shoulder out, and I just drill him right in the shoulder. I'm like, I ended up hitting the heart. The heart was obliterated, but I went up and found him 150 yards later. And Connor was like, I'm shocked that people allow hunting, you know?
Except they didn't want it to go during the daytime.
Yeah, so they didn't want to have it basically brought out in their yard during the daytime. Cause
Yeah, which is fine. They live there.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
That was their thing, was no gut piles, and also bring it out once it's nighttime. So thank you guys so much. To conclude this video, I wanted to do something unique. New England is a special place with small communities that bring together hunters. With positive comments, I wanted to bring together a bunch of people to share their insights of how I met them and how their hunting experience has been this year.
Hey everyone, it's Bradley here at Buckeye Brothers Outdoors. I had the pleasure of meeting Kyle this past summer at the Hunt Stock event. It's really a blessing getting to meet him. Talked a lot about what plans were for the season, and I don't think Kyle quite knew what he was getting into this season. And man, the Lord truly blessed him in a mighty way this year. At least that's what I was able to take from it. And we got to talk a good bit this year. As the year had progressed, he was telling me about this deer that he had encountered. It takes a lot of work to harvest deer like this. This was just a God moment for him. And he put a ton of work in and knocking on doors. And I remember him calling me and telling me, he's like, dude, I just had an encounter with a giant here. And I said, well, don't quit. I get right back in there. Go knock on the door where you saw him. Sometimes you got to do the uncomfortable to find success, and he did it. So just a big congrats to you, my friend. It's been a pleasure getting to know you this year, and looking forward to many more memories with you.
What's going on, everyone? My name's Levi Moore. I'm from Western New York. Just wanted to give Kyle a shout out for his Buck of a Lifetime YouTube video. It's pretty freaking awesome. He's been knocking them down left and right. And I just wanted to say that Kyle is an inspiration to not only me, but a lot of people. And I think it's amazing that we as hunters are beginning to connect on social media, even from states away, thousands of miles away. It's awesome. And it's a really cool thing to be a part of, even being far away. So all the hunters out there, I want to wish you the best of luck. Most importantly, be safe. Thank God for the opportunity to be out in these beautiful woods and get the opportunity to hunt these awesome animals, and just good luck out there.
My name is Ian McKendry, and I'm with Beyond the Boundaries on YouTube. And to Kyle, you have blown us all away this season, shooting multiple mature deer in different states with different equipment, and to shoot a 160 to top it all off. I remember when you texted me about the tri-state thing. I said, wow, he'd be crazy to do it. Here he is. He's done it. And he hasn't done it with small deer. Ended off with a 160 class buck in the Northeast with archery gear is just unheard of. An incredible season, an incredible person. We're happy to have you, buddy.
I'm Dawson Daigle with Beyond the Boundaries. Kyle, I haven't known you very long, maybe a little over a year. I met you for the first time in person at Huntstock, and you're a great guy, hell of a hunter, and you proved that to us this season. You had an awesome season, taking multiple deer, great deer too, in multiple states. If people don't know your name, they do now. Again, I want to congratulate you, and we should go hunting sometime, man.
So I met Kyle at Huntstock this fall, and we become good friends on social media and stuff like that. And yeah, he hunts so hard, and he deserves this deer that he shot. All the deer he shot this year was just, dude, you went insane. We need more people like him in the hunting community. Just so encouraging between his videos and just his comments, and he's just one of the nicest people. So he deserves it, and he hunts hard, and this is a good buck. So congratulations.
Hey guys, this is Cheeto with Suburban Bowhunter. And Kyle and I met on a podcast that we did with him. Ever since then, me and him have just, had the relationship of just communicating about deer. It's been really fun just, meeting people in the community of deer hunting and just getting to know people. So Kyle, you're awesome, man. Congrats on your big deer. The best thing is that we represent who Christ is and what he did for us, man. And there's nothing better. So keep killing it out there. Good luck, dude. Pound it.
I just wanted to congratulate Kyle on an awesome season. We've been getting our butt whooped, and I had to sit there and watch him knock down these monsters. But I met Kyle through Instagram and tried to catch him at Huntstock, but he kept going by in that Segway, and I'm not much into running.
For starters, wicked awesome guy to know. Really great guy, and even more knowledgeable of a deer hunter. He really means truly nothing but the best, not just for the sport, but for the people who are involved with it, the future of it.
Social media can be an awfully fake place. So when you find someone who you feel is as authentic as you are, something just clicks. And that's what happened with Kyle and me. I am so happy to continue to support him. He has been smashing goals like crazy. And I appreciate the fact that everything he does is Christ-centered. Keep up the good work, my friend.
Kyle, congratulations to you, man. What a heck of a season you have had. And you've most recently capped it off with a beautiful buck that I know means a lot to you. So, congratulations. If it wasn't for the power of social media, I would have never known about yourself, to be honest, because it wasn't till a year ago I came across your contents and started following it. And then, at the infamous Huntstock event, I got to meet you in person, which was just tremendous. So, and really get to know how genuinely good of a person you are. So you and everyone else, keep doing what you're doing. Wish you all the best.
Hey, just wanted to give a shout out and a big congrats to Kyle B. He's put in some work this year and came out with some really nice bucks for the New England Slam.
This is AJ with Hunt Light here. When I was building my ambassador team, one of the things that drew me to Kyle was how entertaining he was on TikTok and YouTube videos. Also how genuine he was while he was putting those videos on. I like that he didn't really cut out all the frustrating aspects of hunting, that he actually shows what it is and what's going on. The fact that he's passionate, he gets out after it all the time, that's the type of people that I was looking for. So Kyle really exemplifies what it was that I was looking for to represent the brand. Hunt Light.
What's up, everybody? Justin Christopher here with Deadheads Taxidermy. First and foremost, just want to give Kyle a big shout out on his 2023 deer season. He was able to drop the hammer on some real nice bucks in multiple different states. And as many of you probably know, it's a very hard thing to do. It takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and ultimately a lot of passion, to get out there and spend the hours in your stand waiting. And yeah, you definitely achieved that goal, bud, with flying colors. So congrats on that. There's one thing that inspires me about what you're doing, with your platform, really is just, it's building a community. It's getting people together. It's, having the conversations, talking deer stories, tactics, so on and so forth. And, just not being afraid to reach out. I think everybody's deer hunting experience and abilities are different. A lot of it comes from, having access to land, knowing where to go, having the equipment, and all that. And, I think really what you've shown is that, as long as you're out there having fun and you like being out in the woods and, you want to, set goals and have the self-discipline, you can get out there and do it just as well as anybody else.
What is going on, guys? My name is Joe DeLinks. I am an avid spear fisherman and bow hunter, outdoorsman. I live in Tampa, but I was born and raised in Massachusetts. I try to fly home at least once, twice a season, hunt early season for a couple days, and if I can time the rut, I go home and bow hunt Mass. And that is how I met Kyle, was through the New England bow hunting community. And right off the bat, I knew I was going to like Kyle. I mean, he's scouting in February and March when really no one else is doing that. He's knocking on doors June, July, August, trying to get permission. He's actively scouting during the hunting season. And his passion for deer hunting is just unmatched. And I love to see it. I love to see him promote hunting, especially with the younger generation. I think it's amazing. And I mean, it just goes to show you his hard work has totally paid off. He has shot some amazing bucks this season. And I'm sure he's got more big bucks coming in the future, but more importantly, I'm excited to see him grow his YouTube channel, his brand, and just promote hunting, especially with the younger generation, to promote it the right way, the ethical way, and to show these kids what it takes to be a successful bow hunter. Kyle, you're the man, and keep up the good work.
Kyle, congratulations on a buck of a lifetime. A true giant no matter what state you're in. You just kept grinding, kept your head up, kept pushing. Love it, brother. Keep it up.
How's it going? My name's Casey Saunders. I met Kyle at KBB Outdoors at Huntstock this year in Westminster, Mass. I was drawn to his tent from all the amazing huge sheds that he had. And once I started asking about him, he just had a plethora of deer knowledge, scouting knowledge, especially, reading topographical maps and how to read and play the terrain to your benefit. Anytime I needed a question or had a question, Kyle was able to answer right away. Super helpful. He actually helped me get my first archery deer, so I was really excited. Shout out to KBB Outdoors. Thanks again, guys. Can't wait to see you all next time at Huntstock.
What's up, guys? This is Christian Babcock from the Hunter's Advantage. I was thinking about how I met Kyle, and I think I met him over social media watching one of his awesome videos that he puts out pretty regularly. And I have been having a pretty good season myself. I've shot 4 bucks in 2 different states, and I thought I'd having a good season until I looked at Kyle's season. This guy keeps stacking them up like he's hunting waterfowl, but he's really hunting deer with his bow. So it's super impressive, and I appreciate everything Kyle does for the hunting community. And definitely got a fan over here at Hunter's Advantage. So, peace.
Hi, my name is Devin. I'm from a small town in British Columbia. Follow a lot of people on Instagram. I follow a lot of hunters. I think about it 24/7. Getting gear. I love planning out my season, all the trail cameras and all that fun stuff. So to see other people doing it, and I really enjoy supporting them. And if that just means a like or a comment or whatever. Kyle posts a lot of awesome content. He engages with me. He's also supportive of me by liking my stuff or commenting on it. And I think that's a big thing. You give and you receive. And that's hard to find when everybody's online and there's thousands of followers. And I really find that his content is engaging and awesome. I think that he's come a long ways, even just in the last little bit that I have been following him. See how much passion he has in what he does. I'm envious about the amount of hunting he gets to do, I can tell you that much. Kyle will follow. See ya.
Yeah, my name is Lucas. I live in upstate New York. First heard Kyle on the Outdoor Drive podcast, and eventually led to me following him on Instagram and YouTube. I had reached out a while back with some questions, which he was kind enough to answer, and have been following him along ever since. We've been chatting, exchanging some info and some pictures of some successful hunts, and he's just a really generally good guy and has a ton of good knowledge of the outdoors.
Hey guys, Brad here from 802 Wild. Been following Kyle since I think July. Popped up on Instagram, had some mutual followers and friends and stuff. I don't know anyone who's more positive about life and hunting and puts in the amount of work he has put in the short amount of time I've been watching. You deserve this buck, man. That's a stud. Congratulations.
What's going on? Chad Wickham from Backyard Sense, checking in from central Massachusetts in my tree stand on the last day of shotgun in Massachusetts. The sun is just cresting. Love it being in God's country, man. I want to reach out and my boy Kyle, man, absolutely taking some awesome bucks this year. Had a great season and took a beast out. So proud of you, man. Proud of your faith, man. Proud of you believing in God and showing it and just being a good person and a good role model for what we do. So all you out there, we're gonna stay together back to back and show the world that we're stewards of the land and that we care in everything that we do. So keep the faith, man. Keep pushing. Trust in God. I know I do. And you ever need any real sense and some real good stuff, an honest sense, check me out. Any questions you have, I will answer. But Kyle, proud to call you my buddy, and proud of you, man, for what you've done. So keep pushing, buddy.
All right, what's up? It's Eric from Bow Hunt, Mass. Just wanted to give a shout out to Kyle for an amazing year he had. I think he has something like 5, 6, maybe even more bucks. I can't even keep count anymore. Kid's just out there crushing it, grinding it, and I'm jealous, envious. Wish I could be laying hammers down like that, but if I can, I'm glad he is. So here's to you.
Hey everyone, it's Benson Foster here, and I just want to hop on. Me personally, I think it's pretty cool because I've been a huge fan of his for years now, and last year he messaged me and said, hey, are you related to so-and-so? I said, no, unfortunately I'm not. Kind of just hit off there. So that kind of led to the shed season up here. Would watch his content. We would, he kind of gave me motivation because I've been shed hunting for a few years now, just no success. Kind of through his videos, I grinded out this season and found the most sheds I have ever found in a shed season. So it was pretty cool. Then kind of going into the deer season, able not to go out as much, and I kind of lived through him and his YouTube videos because I had to work so much. You'll see him shoot all these big bucks in Massachusetts, New Hampshire. Thanks, Kyle. Keep up the work, man. All I want to say is be nice to everyone and treat others how you want to be treated, because that's basically how we met. Kyle's a nice guy and not many people like him, so big thanks to him.
Hey guys and girls, just wanted to jump on here and congratulate Kyle on his bucks this year and his slam. I'm super proud of him. He kept at it and had his back the whole way. Second of all, he's a super great kid. I got a duck hunt with him a few different times out here in Idaho. Got to know him pretty well. He's, like I say, he's a super great kid. Keep up with the channel. Love the content. Like and subscribe.
Well, we met on Instagram when you shot that first buck in Maine, and since then we've just been talking to each other weekly at least, sharing deer stories, trail cam pictures, and just hyping each other up when the days don't seem so great, and we just keep telling each other, just got to get out there, keep after it. And we both had a fantastic season, so can't wait for more. It's just awesome.
Hi guys, my name's Natalie. I'm born and raised in central Pennsylvania. I took up hunting about 4 years ago, pretty much all self-taught. I've shot 3 deer this year, all does. Still have yet to shoot a buck in general, but we still have time here in Pennsylvania. We have late season coming in December 31st. But otherwise, it's been a really fantastic season. It's been great getting to know Kyle, and good luck you guys if there's still something in where you are at, and hope you had a great season.
How y'all doing? My name's Jake Bennett. I'm a big hunter. Love it. Had a great year this year. Filmed some tags, making some memories. I met Kyle this year via social media and met in person at Huntstock. Told me about his idea for his slam and couldn't be more proud of his success. Keep it up, buddy.
Hey, this is Austin Crowder. Kyle, congratulations on that buck, man. That is an absolute tank that you killed. So I could not be happier for you. It's been cool getting to follow you and see all the content that you've put out and see your page grow. And I just appreciate you being so supportive of my page too. I was able to get a velvet buck in Kentucky on opening day. Got the biggest deer of my life in Ohio back in October. I just wanted to say congratulations, man. What a absolute stud.
God bless.